My name is Jeff Zwart, and here at Luftgekühlt, I am the creative director. This is the 8th Luftgekühlt. It's been nice. We kind of keep evolving it, and every place is motivated by the venues, the cars, the people, so we have great storytelling and great visuals here. Obviously, Porsche makes a lot of cars. There's cars that are the genuine driving experience everybody wants to have. There's also ones that are highly visual. So it's a mix of things. It's an event that engages you. What would it be like to drive this car or that car? And then to also see some of the most magnificent race cars along the way. And this particular event, we're celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Carrera RS. So we have not just the beginnings of the Carrera RS in 1973, but we also have everything that kind of spun off the RS. So it's a very special gathering of RSs, and probably one of the largest gatherings in the world of RSs in all the configurations. So the word Luftgekühlt is German for air-cooled. That's what this is motivated by. It's 1999, and before for Porsche. And it's a special generation of cars that were air-cooled, made great sounds, they were simple, they were taking it back to the roots of the company, where everything came from. Every car in the beginning of Porsche was air-cooled, and so that transition, you naturally enjoy today's modern product, but you want to know where it's coming from. Southern California is kind of the epicenter of all things Porsche. We started here with our first event. We've evolved it through here. We've explored events in Europe, also in Great Britain. They've also done it in East Coast for us, so that we've kind of bounced around and have it here, back in the center of kind of all things Porsche. It's such a strong Porsche community here. The weather is great. It's a destination place. So for people to be able to be here and really see and feel what it's like in Southern California, and to be part of this epic Porsche, literally family that lives here, it's a special place to have something like this. This particular event, I think we have cars from Canada, we have cars from all over North America. I talked to somebody from Finland today. There's been people from all over the world that come to these things at the same time. But the quality of Porsches, and we haven't even tapped the air-cooled world in Southern California, but the quality and the volume of Porsches that we have to choose from here makes it a very ideal place to host an event like this. In my growing up here in Southern California, I was always infatuated by the sound of an air-cooled Porsche when it went by. My father had several as I was growing up, and I think that the thing that about Southern California, it's a driver's space. Everybody's on freeways and mountain roads and everything. Everything's right here, and one day you can drive along the beach, you can drive in the mountains, and you can take the freeways even, but everything is there. It's a very diverse styles of driving here. And I think that for me, growing up in Southern California, it was all about cars. Cars are everywhere, and to then focus on a brand like Porsche, it made it very special. And for me, I come from a visual world. Once I graduated into the world of photography, I have quickly evolved into filmmaking. So I come to an event like this with the team and Patrick Long's vision. We get to execute a place that's highly visual, and that people go away with hopefully great photographs from the event at the same time. Growing up, my dad came home in a slate gray 356C at one point and had red interior, and we piled into it as a family of 3. I rode in the back seat, and we went to the Indy 500. So from that point on, I was kind of attached to the brand of Porsche and to racing, and certainly racing is what Porsche is all about. And because of racing, they build wonderful road cars for us all to enjoy. Oh, I love cars in general, and my work takes me all over the world shooting for different car companies. But your heart and soul is kind of with this brand, the brand I grew up with, the brand that I've been able to do so much advertising. I've raced with them, I've traveled with them. We've lived out in both the vintage cars and the modern cars. It's just a wonderful brand in terms of engagement and the pure driving experience. It's very special because we're celebrating the 50th year of the Carrera RS. So the 3 cars that are in the middle of this room are just cars that are the core of kind of Porsche motorsport translated into road-going cars. And then to also have the combination of amazing race cars. And in the room next door, we have a 907. And there's only a few 907s in the world. And the shape is so slippery. It represents Le Mans. It represents endurance racing. That car I could walk in and look at every day. Having grown up with Porsche and Porsche Motorsport, you kind of, when you do see a race car, you think about who drove it, where they drove it, what were the results. You know, there's so many stories that come out of just one race car. This is a room full of cars telling so many different stories. It makes it really exciting, and I'm a kind of like into the details. So, you know, you want to know everything about it, and that part of it is something that really attaches you, not just to the brand, but the passion of the car itself. This car here is a Porsche 907. It has an 8-cylinder motor in it. As you can see, it's super low. It was built purely to go racing, but it was all about endurance racing and teams of drivers driving it. The whole architecture of the car, the whole shape of the car is nothing but going fast. And also, it's super lightweight. So the plastic body was unique to the cars in that era, tube frame. Everything that is in this car, lightweight materials and special materials in the engine, and that kind of shape of the aerodynamic shape of it is something that translates well into today's race cars. One of the great things is this is a car that's been restored by Bruce Canepa, and this car has everything patina-wise of the texture of the paint, everything as it left the factory. And then the fact that it is in such preserved, beautiful condition makes it extra special. And we just don't have many of these to look at. You know, I'm connected with Porsche. I've probably only seen 4 907s or 5 907s in my life. So to be standing in front of a car like this and see how much is carried through into today's project, it's just a special car.